Hello, and good morning. Alright, so, I know it's been a hot minute, but here's basically the update since last time. More or less just sat here for ages, got 2 million in the bank at this point. Um, plenty of these, plenty of these. There's just a good bit of stuff lying around, I guess is what I'm trying to get across here. But either way, we're pretty much all set to just steamroll the rest of this, I would assume. Actually, just for safety's sake, let's go ahead and buy another friggin' 99 of these. Can probably get like 800 of these, but whatever. Alright, so we should be pretty much fine. Basically, what I wanted to do was get around 2 million. Obviously, I used that merchant thing last time, but if I end up getting another one, that would be a pretty prime opportunity to effectively give somebody infinite stats forever, just like I gave to Steve here. So Steve is essentially about as strong as, what's his face? About as strong as Rick at this point. So I would assume if I went and did the same thing to Rick, there's just absolutely nothing that would stand in his way. Obviously, reputation took, the only, 3 reputation that I had went all the way down to 0. I don't think that bar's ever going up, to be totally frank, but hey, maybe. Maybe eventually. Who knows? At any rate, let's just have Steve's go ahead and steamroll this. So you're gonna do that, you're gonna do that. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to one-round this, but they can at least two-round this. I don't know why Steve's suddenly way slower than everybody else. But either way, so that pretty much takes out his entire team. Now, I can probably just use the Joker thing to finish this off, to be totally honest. Maybe I don't even need to. Let's go ahead and collide with them. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna go ahead and use the Joker. Just get a bunch of those out. Do I have any attack ones? There's one, and it's not ideal, but it'll do. Seems like at this point, just the luck of the draw is gonna be what ends up deciding those. Alright, so right off the bat, I don't know what any of these do. Hang on, was it this one? One of these said with. Actually, no, wait, they don't say what they do. In that case, we'll just go ahead and use this one. They go explode. Good that it did a whole 2 damage to that one guy. And unfortunately, Steve's taking a little bit of punishment here. Alright, I think Fortune's the one that makes the entire group run away. Is there a world that I want here? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's okay. It's not like it's really going to do anything in this case. Alright, yeah, there you go. Use Phantom, and then we can just leave again. So this is going to be just enough to pull this off, I think. Ooh, Steve actually leveled up. But alright. Now, once Rick gets back in the fight, this will be a different story. Right. Do I just have a single heal? No. Just have mass heals. It's not fantastic, to be totally honest. But we'll use a couple of them. Get Steve back into shape here. So yeah, I apologize it's been so long between doing these. To make a long story short, obviously it's been a little bit chaotic on this end, so such things will end up occasionally happening as it happens. But pretty soon here, hopefully expecting to have everything stabilized here within the next few weeks. So what I'm hoping is that this will essentially allow me to manage my time a little bit more. So yeah, hopefully that'll end up happening. And on top of that, hopefully it'll be possible to do that whole streamy thing again. But we'll see. We'll see. It's a mix of, basically like a mix of finances and the kiddo waiting long enough between different stuff to actually not need constant supervision. So, oh, I guess I should clarify. They don't necessarily require absolutely constant supervision. As far as newborns go, it's like a thing where you like keep an eye on them pretty much all the time, but yeah, you can just put them down for a minute to do other things. It's not as bad as it's often portrayed, but you do still have to keep an eye on them. Just because obviously they can't really help themselves with all their flailing around and everything, so you want to make sure to be there if they end up chucking a blanket on their face. Which is why you keep them pretty far away from their face. You want to make sure that they're all okay with their passy, but usually you should have tested those to make sure that they're using one that works for them anyway. Anyways, that's as per usual, neither here nor there. So hopefully this is the last fight. It occurs to me that I forgot to heal up Steve. Use this one. I don't know what it does, but... Alright, come on, Steve. There we go. Where's that click telling me that I can run away? Dang, this guy's friggin' beefy as all hell. If I recall correctly, all of these guys can join you, too. Like, all the divas. At least I remember hearing that. I don't know if that's actually accurate. Why do you all keep going after Steve? All he wants to do is be a murder fairy in peace. Oh yeah, but anyway, so as far as other plans coming up in the future, gonna be doing another One Vision run pretty soon here. Basically, there was one that was, well, I guess mildly recommended in terms of testing how necessary healers actually were. So the idea is just, it is another Iron Man one, but with no healing this time, or rather, no clerics this time. So just to see how well all the balance worked out. Alright, there we go. That's the end of that one. And then, yeah, I figured out a way to do the mermaid run, by the way. Let's see. Take the sword, fit only for victors. Beeson. What the hell's the Beeson? I don't even recognize that. I'm gonna have to look at the description of it. I would assume maybe it's the Fire Drake, because maybe it's like supposed to be Blazon, but it's Beeson or something. Bonus money 0, yeah, because we got like 4 mil in the background. Alright, let me make sure that that's saved properly, because that was really quick. Alright, what do we got next? Zandu and Damid. Alright. We'll do one of those. It feels like we have to be getting close-ish to the end here. I'll say this place is looking a lot like the, a lot of the areas around Rome. Any dang ways. Edit units. Let's go for the equipment. Alright, what is this thing? Beeson sword. Well, that tells me a lot. Okay. How do you not have an item? Hell yeah. No, wait. You need a casting item of some description. Let's give you... That seems perfect. Get your lasers! There we go. That should improve her lasers a little bit. Alright, and Bolt Orb... Nah, he's fine. Do I have anyone that even uses physical stuff? That seems important, right? Eskindale? Yeah, that's stronger than that super sword he just gave me anyway. Yeah, let's give that to you. And what's this thing looking like? 15? Yeah, wow, just basically everything's better than that thing he gave me. This one's called Chibi. How do I know they're... Well, I guess they're kind of chibi-like. It's debatable. It's really debatable. Okay, Cheek. There we go. Actually, let's see. I think I actually recruited a couple extra units last time. Okay, where is add units? There we go. And where are ya? Yeah, there we go. So I recruited 3 new guys. So if they're needed, there's some pretty good recruits to be had there. I think... You know what, let me double check real quick, because I think those guys can promote right off the bat, too. Oh, hell yes. Okay, so that is definitely the place to get them. So these ones are just recruited, and they can just promote right off the bat. So I got 2 new sylphs. Can I get a hell yeah? Alright, now. Who needs dudes? You need dudes. In fact, laser dudes would help you quite a bit. I hope with OB64 they change this method of slapping everybody into different places, because it's a little bit of a pain. Ooh, I can actually get one more. Nice. Okay, in that case, Canopus's unit just became amazing. So we're actually going to change their formation. So you're going to be in the front doing all them slappy headbangs. You're going to be there. You're going to be there. I don't know what you are, but you're going to be in the back providing buffs, and you're going to be in the front taking slaps. So there we are. Now, over here. This is one that was just made for that profiles and tacticalness thing. Let's go ahead and... No, wait, that's... Is this one the one I want to remove? Yes. Alright, now is there anyone else I can fill out parties for? Yes, Rick's team can get more peoples. So you can have the last one. Whether that proves to be a good or a bad thing, we'll see. But alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and get that saved up. By the way, sorry for previously crappy quality on some of these things. Long story short, my settings keep moving around for reasons that I don't quite understand, to be totally honest. But alright, this seems like a big old progress right over here. The end nears. Nice. Huh. Not even a story for that one? And somehow we got more reputation for some reason? Huh. Alright. So for this one, we're only going to deploy 2 units up until the very end of the fight. So what we're going to do, you're going to fly over here. You are going to siege the crap out of this city. And then we're just going to sit here and watch it. So that's the deal. If we take some financial losses in the meantime, that is perfectly fine. I can send Canopus out maybe to go deal with some stuff later. But the plan now, since funds are functionally unlimited and, you know, we have a Rick, the plan is mostly just to let him steamroll absolutely everything and, oh, you know what? I think we should also send out, not Leisha, but Sarah. Send out Queen Sarah to go deal with some stuff. Just to make her team a little bit better. You know what, let's send her here. Just because she can also steamroll pretty effectively if needed. So we're just going to use these 3 for now. And then Steve's going to defend the base so they don't... Oh, you guys are dumb. Why are you even trying that? Have you not heard of what Steve has become? Yeah, this is not going to end well for you. I guess they didn't get the memo. Like, oh, that's adorable. They just got eaten by ghosts and slapped to death by fairies. That's, probably one of the more metal ways to go. It's fine. Word probably travels slow here. Oh, I need to change his formation around. You know, as soon as he absolutely crushes these guys, of course. That'll take those out. Let's go ahead and use a Fool card here. And here's why. I don't want to see that self of his lost. Alright, let's mess with your formation real quick. Alright, you need to be in the back. You need to be in the back. You need to be over here, and you guys are the ones that are supposed to be in front taking slaps. Arguably, it might be safer to actually put Rick off to the sides or something. But it just looks really cool to have him just sitting in the front of his mob here. Oh, that's cool. I never realized with the music for this one, you can hear that kind of slight bloom in the music. A do kind of thing. They didn't actually include that when they remade this piece. Alright, there we go. That's that sorted out, and away we go. Oh, look at that. They brought a bunch of advanced stuff with them. It's adorable. Now they're going to be completely shielded. This is, again, for the sake of expediency more than anything. Actually, wait, that was completely unnecessary. Okay. Now, what is the story of your squad mates here? You have 0 alignment. You have... Yeah, okay then. Can you promote? No, you can't. Okay, so their alignment needs to be raised. They are just straight up slap fairies at this point. Liberated the self-ruled city by making it not self-ruled anymore. Great. Alright, alignment went down. Whatever, keep it. You bring nothing but destruction. Well, dude, we're trying not to do that. I mean, granted, we're not doing a very good job of it, but still. Actually, come to think of it, early on, one thing that I kept assuming is just high alignment meant all cities like them. I completely missed the fact that that's, absolutely not the case at all. So, for this one, I'll probably go and try to focus on that a little bit more. Crushed. But yeah, first things first, Rick is going to clean up. As he does. This is just what he does best. Stone golems, it's adorable. Dead. They're just flying up in levels. Whoa, Pumpkin Plus, what is that about? What is Pumpkin Plus? Maybe use a... I can get a zombie pumpkin head? Nice. At least I assume that's what that means. Alright, they're going to use all their abilities and then force these guys to retreat. Oh, man. Yeah, tower won't do anything to him. Goodbye. Yeah, this definitely has to be close to the end, because they're just pretty much sending out all the advanced units at this point. Whoa. Hello. That's a laser move I've never seen before. I'm gonna swing this cross at you. That's gonna fix everything. It's really strange that this one didn't have any kind of lead up to it. So it's very possible that this is just like the penultimate thing where they're just sending out all the advanced units and they're like, yeah, there's no need for words anymore. There's only a need for wars. There we go. Holy crap, how high level are these guys? Come to think of it, if they're flying up in levels, does that mean your alignment's going up? No. That'd be something. Yeah, your alignment is still 0, yours is dropping like a rock. Oh well. Alright, what's the story with this town? Alright, mid and high... So I think high is what you want charisma for that one, mid is what you want alignment for that one. So we need like middle alignment, high charisma. Yeah, sure. Let's unpause for a sec. See where that Birdman's going. I love how the main reason that we've actually lost reputation over the course of this entire thing was A, Rick being ridiculously overpowered, and B, the fact that we kept losing cities that we ended up taking back almost immediately. So their whole idea of you're so evil and horrible is like, oh yeah, you guys lost. That makes you the bad guys. Oh wait, you won too much? That also makes you the bad guys. They're just like sitting there like an overly judgmental mother-in-law, just sitting in the back of the corner like, no, no, everything is wrong, you're just not good enough. Sorry, just everything's wrong forever. You know, back in my day, everything was perfect, and I did everything right forever. Just so we're clear on that one. Okay, let's see. It's like, what, 7 or 8 squads later? Rick needs a tiny little top-off on health. Yeah, I'm hoping once we get to OB64 that this little exploit will be done and over with. I'm actually a little bit surprised. When I've heard people discussing this, I didn't actually hear this kind of like clearing the map with one squad thing mentioned very much, and I'm not sure why. Like, people mention like, oh, you know, I'm having trouble with all these different fights and everything else. It's like, just make one really strong squad and curb stump the Christ out of everything. Now, come to think of it, if I manage to go and, you know, create a situation where reputation gets fixed, right? Which, now that I think about it, now that I have infinite Joker cards, I probably shouldn't draw any cards in any of the cities, because even, like, let's assume I get all the correct units in all the correct cities, right? If that happens, then essentially by not drawing any cards, I'm not risking running into that same situation where I keep getting alignment down, or, what's it, is it? No, reputation downs over and over. So, that being the case, you know, that might be the way to do it. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, wow. It's a team that almost managed to survive a fight with Rick. That never happens. Alright, so they've got a bunch of guys just hiding there. He even managed to intercept these guys. Wow. They're like, hey guys, we made it back, we're gonna be safe. Aww. Friggin' laser beamed out of the sky. Alright, yeah, so he's gonna just sit in front of this thing, I think. So I think we should be clear enough to be able to go and get everybody to where they need to go. Again, it seems like liches could have been very easily balanced by just making them actually undead. Because they're already near immune to everything else, so why not just make them actually immune to everything and make them get vaporized by lasers? I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do that. It's funny because that applies to all the games. Like, they kept doing the same thing over and over where they're like, no, the Lich is definitely a zombie, but none of the zombie rules apply to him. Okay. So, I think you should probably be good to go take this one. And we're not going to draw any cards and see how that goes. Now, what do we need for you? Alright, mid and high, so she's going to take that one too. What about this one? High and high, so that'll be perfect for you as well. Mid and high, Mid-high, they're all friggin' mid-high. Wonder how it can... This place is very, copy and pasty, isn't it? There's like, no, it's the almost last fight, or whatever. Let's just copy-paste everything. Okay, we've got one high and high there. High and high. Yeah, I'm gonna send her only to the high and highs then. Okay, mid-mid. That's the high-high, right? Okay, so that's what we're doing. Then we'll figure out what to do with the whole mid thing. Because presumably, if this all goes perfect, then there may be a possibility to recover that reputation after all. I don't know what would end up happening if we had, you know, really high reputation and really low alignment on the leader, because I know the leader's alignment is something that changes stuff too. But, you know, Steve is permanently bottomed out, so I don't think he's coming back from that weird insanity. He just kind of sits there giggling in a corner all day. Talking about knives. Let's top you off a little more. fact, let's go ahead and draw a couple of these. Perfect. Good lord, they have a lot of dragons out here. I wonder if this is the original version of what became that one map in Lucked, where it, like, when you're on the way to Palace of the Dead, they just have that one frozen field with a crap load of dragons. They had that in, let's see, original Lucked, remake Lucked. Oh, they actually made it. That's a first. I think that's the first one since this team's been put together that's actually survived a fight with them. Barely, mind you, but still. Anyway, so yeah, they've had a map in almost every installment with just basically a big old ice field covered in dragons. Okay, he leveled up. Yeah, there's no chance they're surviving it a second time. Yes, here's that same squad again. Actually, I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's probably a copy-paste. Alright, there's that. Nuke. Nuke. So he didn't get finished off, so we're gonna go ahead and just use this. Ah. Oh, wait. Okay, I thought he had 14. I was like, man, that'd be pretty annoying if he survived with only 2 health. Was that one poor fairy getting smacked around in the front? Come to think of it, if I do find another merchant, I can probably just... Oh, dang. Alright, well... I guess Queen Squad is about to have an actual fight on them. Come to think of it, you know what's weird? They've had a Queen character in almost every game, right? They always love referencing Queen, but they're always a princess character. They're never actually a queen. What's up with that? It's like that would have been the one thing that's too on the nose after naming the entire series after their songs. Alright. Endless nukage. Nuked. Alright, yeah, the squad's not holding up so good. Let's do Devil and Death, I think. I know I have more attacks in this team, but I just don't want to risk it. Yeah, actually I do. I shouldn't have risked it. Okay, it worked out fine. Oh, son of a dick. Alright. Alright, intercept it before we lose that town. There's no way he'll be able to, but still. If I had some boots, I'd be able to, but I don't have any. Yeah, that heal. That'll be the thing that makes the difference. Firewall, firewall. The one healer there surviving with 2 health. I'm gonna laugh if she ends up coming back too. Come to think of it, in all the other ones, all units ended up gaining experience regardless of what was going on, right? So I wonder, do they actually gain experience in this one? Let's use a tower to make sure that they're finished off. Or not. Rick will endlessly grind forever. I mean, maybe not forever, but he could probably just keep fighting that same squad until they eventually win. I mean, the amount of items that we have at this point is pretty much absurd. mean, considering that they have to take, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 battles to be able to even put a scratch on this the squad here, and most of those are constant casualties, I think he's gonna be okay. Just kind of a theory on that one. I wonder how viable this strategy will be in OB64 though, because I know for a fact that there's only like, oh, hi random kid toy. I know for a fact that there's only like 2 liches I think you can get in the entire game, and one of them you have to do some specific story stuff to get, and I think the other one's a random drop. No. No, I can't put the cat into the. I can't put the cat in the train. Why are you putting a cat in a train, random kid toy? If you ever try to find logic in some of the things that these toys say, it's just magical. No. No, stop making train noises. Okay, whatever, we're doing this to train noises now. Alright, use item. Alright, well, I need to figure out a way to make this train stop training here, so that'll be that for the moment, and I will see you next time.